I think it's really important to understand that to a family that's suffering, it feels like a miracle, but it's really just science, and there's no reason to be afraid of it, and there's no reason that this is not an option for everyone. In 1988, researchers discovered living things, humans, have cannabinoid receptors in their brains.
Most people are familiar with dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, classical neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters are chemicals that allow neurons to talk to each other. When neuron A talks to neuron B, it sends a chemical messenger across the synapse, and that binds to receptors at neuron B, and then that turns into electricity.
What we've discovered is that there's a part of that system is governed by cannabinoid compounds. These are just molecules that we have that bind to these specific receptors, and they seem to play a role in smoothing out the whole communication process.
It seems to be so important that a group at NIH recently published a review and said that the endocannabinoid system is involved in essentially all human diseases. Now that's a very strong statement, very strong.
Those receptors are not there for the cannabis plant, but it turns out that the cannabis plant compounds called cannabinoids work at those receptors.
So when you take a cannabinoid in from outside by smoking or vaporizing or eating or a pharmaceutical, you are somehow tinkering with that system and adjusting the way in which those nerves and muscles and communications happen.
I often joke around with my patients, it's not magic fairy dust, it's not voodoo. There are chemical compounds in the plant that interact with the cells in our brains and in our bodies and have certain reactions. It's the same as every other drug. It's just came from a plant.